Y'all, so over the last 3 years, I have watched the Simpsons Frink Coin episode, season 31, episode 13, at least 500 times. I have come up with 30 to 50 cryptocurrencies that I've sort of deciphered from this episode alone. I'm going to share those with you over the next few weeks. We're going to do 1 to 2 at a time for each video because it takes a lot of concentration and breakdown. Everything's all subliminal. Yes, 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 baby, this is a rabbit hole. But take this journey with me. I promise you it'll be a good time. And at the end of it, at least, it's something to speculate on. Here we go. We're deciphering Gala Games and Decentraland today. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Urban FinTech at the G Spot Studios channel, where we try to make finance and technology sexy. I'm your girl, G. All right, so as you know, I have discovered in my mind 30 to 50 cryptocurrencies from the Simpsons Frink Coin episode. And two of them that we'll be discussing today are Gala Games and Decentraland. I believe these two Web3 gaming platforms are going to be a part of the Web3 revolution and the future of gaming and blockchain technology, where they merge. And so one of the things that I looked at was the very beginning of the Simpsons Frink Coin episode. And in the very beginning, you'll see that the Simpsons, are dressed as cats. For whatever reason, dressed as cats, you can look at it as maybe it's some kind of meme token that's out there currently or in the future will exist, or a combination of a meme coin and a game together. But I did find that these cats do exist on one of these gaming platforms that we're going to discuss today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the very beginning. You'll see Bart, Marge, Maggie dressed in these cat outfits, kind of roaming across the streets as cats. You'll see Cat in the background. Marge is sort of confronted by another cat who is like, "Oh, I haven't seen you before," which again, to me, sort of is symbolic of this may be some kind of, could be a NFT that you'll see that is sort of in conjunction with one of these games. And so let's just take a look. But the cat that she was confronted by was very immature, kind of came up to her, "I've never seen you before," and just kind of laughed hysterically, which reminds me of a child. And when we take a look at the cat game that I'll be referring to on Gala Games, it to me is reminiscent of a game for younger people. All right, so let's just take a look at this first clip. We're going to take a look at two different clips because they were edited two different ways. But we've tried to capture as much as we can of the cats because it is a very short clip.
Yeah, we go around the country, jump, 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 up and have a bouncy ball.
And so that's it. But just take a look at the very first part where Bart is walking across the street, and you'll see cats right here in the background. So just very interesting. There's something to do with cats as it relates to this episode, cryptocurrency. Now, here's another kind of snapshot of it, of the cats intro. That one was the longer one. This one is a little bit shorter.
I haven't seen you before.
I'm so excited.
So that's it. Those two are the cat scenes that, I believe have something to do with the future of cryptocurrency. And we're going to take a look at Gala Games and why I think this is the case. I'm just trying to cue this next scene up for what I'll be talking about next. All right. So let's take a look at Gala Games. As you can see, they have a plethora of different diverse types of games, which I like because there's a game for everyone. You'll see here Common Ground World. This is a game that I play, very basic game, probably something you'll see like on an original Nintendo, kind of in terms of its graphics and play skills or levels. But this is Meow Match. This is what I thought, okay, there could be something to Gala games here. And I'll show you a couple of other games that I think are referred to that Gala actually has on their gaming platform. So it's time for Meow Match. Team up with your kitty companions as you beat match 3 levels and restore once lush and beautiful cat sanctuaries to their former glory. So this is a game where you're just matching cats and then you get some kind of reward, which allows for this cat to kind of live in luxury and have a little sanctuary. So very, very interesting that they have that there. There are other games here on Gala that I just think are going to really, really, really take off. Grit is one. I'm not sure what it is, but the graphics there look really interesting and good. So I definitely want to do a deep dive and explore on that. Miranda's, I think, is going to be huge. It's currently in development, and there's like a spin-off of Miranda's Tavern Games, which I found very interesting because the next clip I'm going to show you is exactly that, right? But let's just look here. Tavern games are a collection of mini games within the world of Miranda's that can be played independently of Miranda's core game. So you can play this within Miranda's or you can play it independently, and you face off against other players. So you can meet up with your friends, have a social night out, some drinks, and play these games as if you are in a tavern. Now, what I do foresee is that in the future, with AR, VR, that you'll be able to essentially sit in a room with one of your friends, although virtually, and really enjoy a very social experience, excuse me. And so this is where this has sort of taken place and was alluded to on the Simpsons Frink coin episode. And it is at a point where Professor Frink is sad. He doesn't have any friends. He's not as happy, even though he's the richest guy. And so Homer has a conversation with Lisa, who suggests that Homer take Professor Frink out and that they have some drinks. And so that happens. And as soon as they enter into the bar, guess what they're doing? They're playing these tavern games. So let's take a look.
Hey, pay attention. Name a drink made from hot.
And I could join you.
All right, but we've been playing a long time. Don't expect to just come in and join a wall of...
But those people are, well, they're quite backward. All correct.
Hey!
I'm Too Tall Jones.
No, sir.
All right, so just interesting that they have that game on there as well. And then what you'll also see on the Gala games is that, let's see here. They also have a poker game and some casino games on here. So Poker Go Play. So it looks like it already exists. You can download it on Android or iOS. So it's on the Apple Store, Google Play. And they have a Discord. But essentially it looks like it's just a way for you to play poker with other people. I imagine you can do this with friends or just random people. And I'm sure there's some way to play to earn. And so we also saw the Simpsons playing poker on a yacht. And so Professor Burns, again, being a hater that he is, wanted to disrupt sort of all this fun that these guys were having and try to come and win over Professor Frink. So he brings like some champagne from space and flies in on his helicopter and blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's just take a look.
This for Frink.
Amazing, Professor. You win again.
Billionaire.
So all this is very, very like short clipped. So not a lot to like go off of, just these little sort of suggestions and innuendos and subliminals, right? But I want to just take a look at some of the other games here that Gala has going on, because again, if they are going to be a part of the future of blockchain and Web3, then we want to see that they are doing like some major things. So Battlestar Galactica, Eternity, looks like that'll be a huge one that's in development. The Walking Dead Empire's Baby. Okay, classic right here. So I am interested in seeing what this game is going to be about. Let's just take a look. So the graphics, super dope, like unbelievable. I'm loving it. Here for it. I can't wait. So that is Gala Games that I suspect will be a part of the future. Currently trading at 2 cents on CoinMarketCap. It's the number 86 coin. They have 27,367,000,000 coins in circulating supply. Their total supply is marked at just shy of 30 billion. So not too far off from the total supply. However, their max supply, so they must have something in reserve or they're doing some kind of burning of tokens. Their max supply is 50 billion. So there's a lot of room for growth. It has been down. It had a pretty good peak a little bit last year, and then also in that 2021, 2022 bull run season. So trading flat overall, lots of ways to go up. And so that's the only thing that I expect over the next few years is just to skyrocket, especially with the development of some of those games that we just took a look at. So we're going to actually pivot over to Decentraland, and they look like they are number 75 token listed on the market cap in terms of their market value. And they have a total of 1,893,000,000 coins in circulating that are circulating out there. Total supply 2 billion. So almost there because it's 1.8 billion that are circulating. Total supply is 2.1. So this is set to take off too. Once you have all the coins out there, the price can only go up. And so with Decentraland, it's interesting because you can purchase, and the same thing with Gala Games, but Decentraland, you can purchase land, you can rent land, you can purchase in-game items to use, whether it be clothing or just kind of special effects things. And then they have a very, very social component to what they do over at Decentraland. So I'm just kind of going through. Yep, they took off too during the bull market of 21, 22. And again, have been trading flat. So ready to take off, ready to absolutely take off. Looking at their website, I mean, just look at the graphics. They're really good too, different, but still just as good. And it's interesting because there is a part in The Simpsons where Waylon comes in. He's kind of been punished. Let me see if I can find this and cue this up. And I think this is it right here. No, let's see. And he had to basically walk, could be here. I guess we'll see. We'll see if it is. But he had to walk into work because, a dispute he had with Mr. Burns, or Mr. Burns felt disrespected by him. Anyway, he had to walk in, and you'll see Mr. Burns kind of flying by in the background. And if you've ever been on Decentraland, you know that you go through these portals when you first get into sort of the the basic common area, and then you can kind of tour the land. And this is just on a basic PC. So I can imagine what it'll be like, once they have the AR, VR versions, if they don't already have them, how that experience will just kind of magnify everything. So let's see if this is the clip.
Sir. And I really appreciate the long, healthy walk from my new parking spot. In town again, I've assembled a team of...
Okay, so this isn't the one, but it is, let's see, let's get to it. It should be on this one, and it is quite interesting.
Sir? Oh, walk from my new parking spot. Yeah.
So just that quick little snippet with Burns just kind of hovering over and flying by essentially is what you see and experience when you go to Decentraland's platform and log in for the first time to kind of explore the Decentraland space. And that would be like, I think it's decentraland.com. But you are kind of like in their ecosystem. And one of the ways they move around is by floating.
Sir? Oh, walk from my new parking spot. Yeah.
So just that simple. So Decentraland looks pretty good with what they have going on. It actually is incredible in terms of the social dynamic of it. They have people who are hosting DJ shows, concerts, all kinds of events on here. So I imagine, like, again, with the AR, VR coming into play, that you'll have just a immersed experience and being within these venues, although not physically. So here you have some kind of event they have on Mondays where you could, again, go and attend virtually and just kind of hang out. And this is open, so anyone from all over the world can go to any of these things. They have a live DJ, music, and dancing event there. And again, you can socialize with folks. Hustler Casino, so that casino thing could actually play over here in Decentraland as well as on Gala Games. Again, the Simpsons are known for having like these double entendres, so multiple meanings to one kind of thing. And we'll talk more about that on some future episodes of some of the future cryptocurrencies that I'll be deciphering. Korea's in the building. Look at there. Competitive sport. Look at that. Climbing walls, bicycling, just a bunch of different things that they are being extremely creative about. Hiking. Look at there. So a lot going on in Decentraland, very robust. I think anything that has like just these new cutting edge ways of looking at how we game is going to be here to stay. So let's look at their price. Did we take a look at that? Yeah, we did. We took a look at, what is it? 44 cents. So not bad. Up over 1,000% all time. So that's pretty good. So they're doing good. They're doing pretty good. So that is what I have for you folks. Decentraland, Gala Games. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know it is a rabbit hole and there's so much to be speculated on, but this is the fun of it. So I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Take care.